Welcome to chapter 65, I think. Can't be bothered to check. Who cares? Of Memoirs of a White Guy. What's up, my little muffers? That should have been... that should have been the fan base name, like, from the start. Lil Muffers. I mean, Cheeky Muffers is good, but I don't know, Lil Muffers. So yeah, if you're new to the podcast, you're a Lil Muffer. If you don't want to be because you're new and you feel intimidated, me throwing that on you, I don't know, slap a muff, get over it. So that's what we do on this podcast. I don't know how Lil ever became cool, like why Lil something became like a cool thing to say, because that's not cool at all. If anything, like, Big is cool. You know, like, I don't know why, like, Lil Wayne and Lil Jon, like, think that's cool. It's not cool. Alright, like, me calling you Lil Wayne is degrading, and I feel condescending even, like, saying, oh, this song's by Lil Wayne. It's like, I don't know, Wayne. I don't know, like, I'm assuming he's small. I'm guessing that's how we got the nickname, but you're a stranger to me, Wayne. Just let me call you Wayne. Alright, so, I don't know, I just don't appreciate that. Like, I don't know why they chose Lil, because, like, it wouldn't be cool if they were like, yo, this is Teeny Weeny Wayne coming at y'all. Or like, this is Incy Wincy John through your headphones. Or whatever I don't know what they say at the start of rap songs. I don't think anyone's saying that. I don't think anyone's like, yo, this is Jay-Z coming at you through whatever listening device you are tuning in on. Like, that, they never say that. But you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't sound cool if a rapper uses Lil at the start of a song. I just don't think that's a cool rap name. I think big ones are cool. Like, is there big one? There's Biggie Smalls. So that one's kind of like half-half because he's got small in it. But, you know what I mean? I just think, I don't know why Lil's considered cool. Anyway, you know what's funny? Okay, during the week, this is completely not related at all. Some guy, oh no, it was like last week or a couple of weeks ago. I don't know when it happened. But some guy in the Memoirs of a White Guy Facebook podcast group, if you're not part of it, join the group. Just go on my Facebook page. You'll find it. Just look up Memoirs of a White Guy. Anyway, join the group. And some guy accused me. It wasn't really an accusation. It kind of was. He accused me of scripting this podcast like every single day. Well, every single week, word for word. Like, he wrote some comment like, oh, when you find out that Luke actually scripts the podcast and it's not just him talking. How? Do you even listen to this podcast? You think I script this shit? You think I sit there all week long and I'm like, oh, Tuesday, got to write the first 5 minutes of the podcast today. And I write like, what's up with, Lil Wayne thinking that's, cool. All right, that's good. Next paragraph. And then, what about if he was like, Incy Wincy Wayne or Incy Wincy John or whatever? You think I just sit there scripting this shit? I literally write down. I didn't even write that down. All I wrote down today. Alright, I'll read through what I'm going to talk to you about. This is what I have written down. Okay? Reece Mastin, because I was going to talk about Reece Mastin was on our radio show. My big W password, what the fuck? That's written there. And one of the news stories that I was going to talk about that I couldn't say on radio. That's it. That's the whole plan for the podcast. But this one guy, I mean, I don't know why I'm so offended, and it's actually a huge compliment that he thinks I put that much time and effort into this podcast. I'm sorry to break it to you, man, but if you think this shit is scripted, you must think I'm just the worst writer in the world. Like, I just sit there scripting fucking conversation about slapping muffins, going on a muff patrol. I think I said at one point I was going to start a National Muffin Day. Alright, if you think I sit there scripting that shit all week, how crazy do you think I am? It's cooked enough that I come in here each week and talk about it, let alone write it down in a Word document and read it word for word. I don't know why. I was half like laughing when I read it, but it also half shit me. I was just like, oh, I can't believe he thinks I script the podcast. I was like, wait, how fucking dumb is this dude? Like, I mean, I know he listens to the podcast, so if you're that guy, hey, I think you're stupid. I'm not going to be mean to you because I appreciate you checking out the podcast and listening in, but man, you're fucking dumb. Like, your parents must every day be like, shit, what happened? I mean, you're not like, I'm not saying like, I don't like you, because I do. I just think you're stupid. Like, you're about as dumb as me, which really, I wouldn't be bragging about that to my friends. Anyway, man, thank you very much for listening. Just confirming to that one guy that I do not indeed script the podcast, or otherwise I would have come up with way better insults to insult you other than calling you stupid and saying that your parents would be ashamed, alright? Because that would be bad comedy writing. Yeah, what I actually want to talk about. Okay, the first thing that's on my list. Let's go down my list, alright? Reece Mastin. See, that bit was scripted because I wrote that bit down. But the rest, all improv, baby. I'm improving. I'm what else do they call it? Shit, this shows you how bad I'm improv. Improving, I'm skibbity bopping, bibbidi bop bop, Reece Mastin. No, what is it called? I'm not making it up. Oh, I'm ad-libbing. That's what it is. See? Man, now, is it... it could not be more obvious this week that I don't script this. Anyway, so I'm ad-libbing right now. I'm throwing out things off the cuff. I'm feeling alive. Alright, so... Reece Mastin. A few people have been asking me, if you've been following either social medias or the radio show, you will already know by now that teen singing sensation Reece Mastin, who won the 2011 Australian X Factor series, came on our radio show. And it's because it has the whole backstory of we made up an official chorus dance of his song where we just fist bump to the chorus of Goodnight because it's the greatest song in the world. It's a musical gift that we all take for granted, and I think no one, that song went underappreciated for what? I think it was like 2011 it came out, so yeah, 6 years went underappreciated till finally it got the respect it deserved on our radio show. But yeah, everyone's been asking me, like, whether it's personal friends or some people have been hitting me up on Instagram or Snapchat or whatever. People want to know, like, oh my god, like, how was Rhys? Was he cool with you guys, like, doing the dance stuff? And the answer is yes. Otherwise, we wouldn't have done it. It would have been really fucking awkward if he was just like, I hate the way you're portraying my song on your social media. But, like, why would he agree to come on our show? So, yeah, he was super cool. Rhys is an absolute legend. He's going to be probably coming on the show in the future, the radio show. So, yeah, he's an absolute legend, and next time we're all going to wear suits, because me and Lewis decided to... Well, Lewis didn't decide. That's the thing about what happened, right? Me and Lewis decided to wear suits, but the thing is, I had to pretty much organize everything. So, I had to organize I had help organizing getting Rhys in the building and stuff by producers and stuff, but I had to organize the interview, what we were asking him, where the discussion was going to go, and also how we were going to surprise Lewis, because it was a Christmas surprise for old Lulu, and he didn't know anything. He honestly did not guess it. Like, he was throwing out guesses to me all week, like, oh, what's this Christmas surprise going to be? And it was just throwing him off because he said he was going to like it. And then all of a sudden he's like, what do you mean? Why would you give me something I actually like? That's not funny. And I was like, mate, you just fucking wait. And yeah, it absolutely blew his mind. So when Rhys came in, it was bloody good. But yeah, what could I give you that's behind the scenes? I mean, 'cause here's the thing. I was a little worried about how it would go because I'd never met Rhys before. I met him literally half an hour before we did the interview. So Lewis was in his office and I met Rhys at reception here at the radio station. And straight away I was like, oh my god, okay. This could either go really poorly and he's not going to be into it. He's going to, I didn't know what he was like as a person. And then as soon as I met him, he was like the sweetest, like, chillest dude, and I was like, oh, thank fuck. And he was super funny as well. So I was like, oh my god, this is going to go great. And I was just nervous because I was like, oh, what about if he, like, he's good at music, but what about if he just doesn't want to be a part of this? Which is totally fair enough, because we've been making Instagram videos about him for 3 months. So I was kind of worried about it not going down well. But then as soon as I met him, I was like, oh my god, he is a legend. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, people just keep asking me, like, what was he like? He was just a nice guy. He was like 23 years old, so he totally got that, he just gets what a meme is. You know what I mean? Like, he got that he was like a bit of a Knowlesy type, Shannon Knoll type character in our show. So yeah, that was pretty cool. There's nothing really to report there. Everyone just keeps, can you talk about in your podcast? Can you talk about Rhys coming on? Just listen to the radio show. Alright, we talked with Rhys about Rhys coming on. That's way better than me just going, yeah, it went well. I mean, I got him to pop a shackers with me afterwards from my Instagram, but again, you would have seen that. I mean, I feel like people, It probably seems a lot more exciting than it is. I mean, yes, it was the best day of my life, and I'll never be able to surpass that, no matter how much I achieve, no matter how successful I become. That will always be the best day of my life, meeting Reece Mastin for the first time. And I'll cherish that forever. So, I mean, like, look, one day, even if I have kids, I'll probably look into his eyes, and, and everyone will be happy. There'll be lots of crying in the hospital or wherever the birth takes place, and, I'll be looking into my child's eyes for the first time, and I'll just think back at when Reece Mastin sang Good Night on our radio show back in 2017, and I'll probably cry, and people will be like, "Oh my God, Luke, what a sweetheart, what a softie, crying at the birth of his firstborn, what an absolute sweetheart," and I'll be like, "I'm just looking for a girl." No, and that'll be the first thing my child ever hears, because I'll be humming it. And personally, I think that's one of the best parenting methods you can try, really. I mean, I don't know if Michael Carr Gregg's going around to high schools and primary schools teaching that, the good night method. But, if you guys want to hire me to come to your school, give your parents a chat about how to raise a wholesome human being, well, firstly, go speak to Rhys's parents, because they absolutely did it. But secondly, speak to me, and I'll pass on my knowledge, which is pretty much singing Good Night by Reece Mastin on repeat. Because here's the thing, some parents use methods like, "Oh, if you're good, I'll give you ice cream," or "If you're good, I'll give you a lolly." What kid wants a lolly or ice cream more than he wants to hear me hum Reece Mastin's Good Night out of tune, out of pitch, and not even in the same key? So I don't know what you could really ask. Every child's, that's the only way to discipline kids as well. Is like, hey, if you're naughty, I'll sing Johnny Ruffo instead. Or, I'll sing Jack Vidgen or other talent contestants that weren't as talented. So how about you get that up here, you dog? And that's how I'll treat my kids. And if anyone has a problem with that, hey, contact me at luke.kidgell.com. I'll fucking block you, alright? I'll report spam on that shit. I don't care. Your opinion's wrong. Okay, I know it's an opinion, but with that one, you're wrong. Like, everyone's entitled to their opinion, except for with Rhys and my parenting methods. So screw you all if you don't agree. Now, that's the Reece Mastin thing. I don't really have a lot to say other than Rhys was a legend. People wanted to know that. Was he a good, nice guy? Yes, he was a nice guy. Of course he was a nice guy. Here's the thing. I reckon most people, with literally what I've found in working in this industry of entertainment and stuff, is everyone who's doing well in this industry, like everyone who's succeeding, is really nice, genuine, down to earth, and a pleasure to be around and a pleasure to speak to. So whether that's I know it's always a common reference, but your Hamish and Andy's or your whoever, like anyone on the network here at Fox everyone's doing well. So everyone on the network here at Fox is super delightful because they're doing well. And I think, obviously there are people in this industry who I'm not best buddies with and I don't completely get along with. That's like every workplace. It's like everything you do in life. You're not going to get along with everyone, but pretty much the only people I don't get along with are kind of assholes because they're not doing well. You know what I mean? Like, they're people who aren't doing well or they're not happy where they are, and that's totally fine. So when people always ask me, like, "Oh, is Dingo nice?" And you're like, "Are they successful?" And you're like, "Yep." Well, it's like, "Yeah, well, they're probably nice." That's how they got there. You know what I mean? Like, there are examples of celebrities, I think, becoming assholes and whatever, like, with money and stuff. But that's like hectic Hollywood fame. I don't think anyone in Australia, in the Australian media, has ever gotten, like, too big for their boots. You know what I mean? Like, they're an asshole to be around. Because it's Australia. Like, we don't even care about celebrities anyway. I'm a celebrity out of here. Like, dude, it's like watching Gogglebox for me. Because every time I'm just like, who the fuck are these people? Alright, are these people paid to... I don't know who they are. So, Australian celebrities aren't really a thing. So, therefore, when you meet them in person, they also don't view themselves as a celebrity. Because they're not. You're on an Australian TV. It's like, oh, 3 people saw The Project last night. Sick. Doesn't mean you're famous. You know what I mean? Like, there's not many people who live here. We only have 20 million people. The maximum amount of fame you can actually get in Australia is 20 million people liking your shit. That is like, what, like 1/20th of The Rock's fame. You know what I mean? Like Dwayne The Rock Johnson. That's like, I'm sure he has more likes on Facebook than that, or more Instagram followers than people even in Australia. So, our fame here doesn't really exist, so therefore everyone is nice to each other because they're not entitled pieces of shits. So yeah, Rhys was lovely. Couldn't speak highly of the bloke. We're definitely hoping to get him on the show again soon. So what's next? And also, thank you so much to Rhys for coming on. Probably won't listen to this. He's probably got better shit to do. But yeah, he was super cool, and he actually flew down from Sydney to do that for our show, which I don't think many people realised. He flew down just to do that. So he's an absolute awesome sport. He wanted to come on the show, and yeah, he killed it, man. His other song he played Good Night, and he also played another song. Go check out the podcast. I think we kept it in. Yeah, dude, his other songs are, oh damn, they're so good. Just go listen, alright? It's genuinely, unironically, I don't think people got that as well. People were like, oh, Luke and Lewis are just taking the piss. No way. We unironically really enjoy his music, and you should too. So, have some fucking respect. Alright, so, yeah, go check out Reece's, he's dropping a new album next year, would highly recommend. I'll definitely be on the pre-order list, for that shit. So, alright, what's next? What do I want to talk about next? Okay, my big W password. Okay, this is, I don't want to get angry. I've done like 2 or 3 or 4, probably, you know what, I've done 64 angry podcasts in a row now, and I don't think we need another angry Luke, but this just happened, and it set me off. It wasn't like Apple angry. You know, nothing gets me angrier than a Mac problem, or if I have to visit the Apple store. But this happened on my Apple computer, which is still fucked, by the way. Haven't got it fixed. The screen's still screwed. Touch bar still doesn't work. But thank you for all the legends for sending me solutions. You guys are champs. You make my life great. So, what happened was, I was on my computer. I was going on Big W's photo editing. It's like their software. It's like their website. You go on Big W's photo editing website, and it takes you through to a separate external page that Big W kind of owns, but it's not part of Big W's website. And it's if you want to order like custom things. We're getting like a custom thing done for our show. You can order like snow globes, like canvases, whatever you want. Big W will print it, pretty much. So I get in there, and I've done one before in the past, so I had an account, and then it just goes like, please enter your Big W password and username. And I'm just like, dude, it's Big W. I don't remember. I did this a year ago. I don't remember my Big W username and password. The fact that Big W thinks someone would remember that password is fucking ridiculous. Okay? Who do they think they are? How entitled do Big W think they are that people think they'll be like, oh yeah, like, you know, you have your bank password, you know, your phone password, Facebook, email, and that's pretty much all I know. That's the only passwords I actually take interest in. Otherwise, I'm clicking forgot my password every single time. But the arrogance of Big W to be like, hey, obviously you remember my password. Old Big W over here, frequently used by most men. No! I'm doing this as a novelty joke gift for my radio show. I don't remember my password from the last joke gift I got off your fucking website. So then it takes me through this thing. It's like, alright. I'm like, alright, I click forgot my password. And it's like, oh, answer these 3 security questions. And I was like, alright, here we go. We're fucking doing it now, alright? So, bloody, I'm in this now. I've got to finish it. I just thought, fuck, alright, it begins. So the first question was like, what's your mum's maiden name? So I like put it in. I was like, oh, that seems weird. Why would I ever even choose that? Usually I'm just like, what's your favorite movie? And I'm just like, oh, fucking whatever I think's funny to write in. That's the problem. So that's what happened, I think. I thought, oh, I'll write in a funny answer and I'll totally remember it. You know what? Maybe I just wrote in a funny answer because I was like, there's no way I'll ever use Big W's photo editing software ever again, and I'll never need this account or password. So anyway, it's like, what's your favorite movie? And I was like, oh, no, I'll try a couple of my favorite films. Tried Star Wars, no deal. I was like, alright, well, that's weird because Star Wars is my favorite movie. I was like, alright, I'll try another one. Maybe Back to the Future. No go. And I tried like 15. And I was like, oh, dude, these are all my favorite films. I don't think Big W knows what's up. So I get to the next like security question. It just takes me through. It literally gave up. It was like, you clearly don't know what your favorite movie is. Try another security question. And then it was like, oh, what was the street you grew up on? And then And then so I wrote the street that I grew up on, and then it just was like, wrong. And I was like, who the fuck are you, Big W, to tell me what street I grew up on? You don't know me. You don't know my story. You don't know where I was born / grew up on. So I was like, alright, fine. So I get through, I changed my password, I had to reset my whole account. Long story short, then it goes, it told me what my answers were for the security question. And, yeah, I was right. I just answered dumb as shit answers, thinking I'll never have to use this account again. Wasted 45 minutes of my life trying to do this. It was like, your favorite, I answered, so it was like, what's your favorite movie? And the written answer that I had apparently done but forgotten about was BMX Bandits. Dude, that's like a 90s film with like, who's in it? The BMX, I'm googling it now, BMX Bandits. It's like when was it made? Okay, 1983 film. It's starring Nicole Kidman, and it was a movie about a bunch of teenagers who have a BMX gang and then fight a rival gang at the end. They pelt them with flour. That's all I remember from the film. And that's pretty funny, I think. I reckon that's pretty... it's not the funniest movie I could have picked, but it was probably late at the time. I don't remember when I made my Big W account, but I was like, that seems something like I'd write. And then I went on to the next one. Already, this is all my fault. So I'm like, okay, I was mad at Big W, now I'm just mad at myself. And the next one, it was like, oh, what street did you grow up in? And I wrote 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. And then I was like, yep, that's the fucking street from Finding Nemo. Very clever, Luke. Dude, I don't even know, I don't smoke weed, but I think I was high. Like, I've never touched drugs in my life, but I'm 100% was high when I did this. I don't remember doing this. And then the last one, that was like, what's your mum's maiden name? And I literally just wrote, my name, Jeff. And for 45 minutes, I was about to get onto Big W. I was about to get on the phone with someone at Big W and just be like, what's wrong with your service? You're saying like my security answers are wrong. What the fuck? And that would have been even worse if some dude on the phone was like, can you confirm your mum's maiden name? And I'd be like, and I'd say what her maiden name is. And then he'd be like, that's not my name, Jeff. Try again. It's like, what's your address? Did you grow up in Pixar's universe? Did you in Sydney? No, you dickhead. I'm such an idiot. So yeah, that pissed me off this week. And not Big W, by the way, me. I pissed myself off. Like, past me. Do you ever do that shit in your life where past you just fucks future you? I do it all the time. It's because at the time, I just think I'm being funny. I'm like, BMX Bandits, I'll probably remember this. I'll remember how funny it was to reference a 1983 Nicole Kidman film in my What's My Favorite Movie section of the Big W account setup. Not funny. Didn't remember it. Just a waste of everyone's time. Well done, Luke. Past Luke sucks. Past Luke is my least favorite person in the world. I hate Past Luke more than that heckler. Past Luke, okay, he's not that bad. But like more than that heckler a few weeks ago in the podcast. Who else do I hate? Dude, I hate Past Luke almost as much as I hate the Apple Store. Alright, that's another big call. Look, all I'm trying to say is Past Luke sucks. And he should be punished. Perhaps slapped. He's quite cheeky, so, perhaps a darn good slapping for Past Luke. Perhaps I should invest money into what? Future Luke, present Luke should invest money into Bitcoin, get rich, then invest that money into a DeLorean so we can go back in time and tell that Past Luke who was setting up my Big W account, like, hey mate, Future Luke isn't fucking amused. Alright, no one is. I mean, yes, it was content for the podcast, but honestly, it wasn't great. It wasn't even great content for the podcast. So there's a couple of 1,000 people who listen to this podcast. You've wasted their time, Past Luke. All right, you've wasted Future Luke's time. You've wasted Big W's time because I'm assuming they pay for the bloody hosting of the server. So yeah. Just Past Luke needs to really get his shit together. And I know that's impossible now because he's already happened. So all I can say is, Future Luke, lift your game. Alright, Future Luke needs to absolutely lift his game. I mean, I already know I'm going to hate that guy because next week I'll do something dumb during the week. And then in a year's time, you'll hear me trashing Future Luke, which will then be Past Luke. This is getting really confusing now. All I'm saying is present Luke, currently right now, I'm seething, alright? I hate myself, like, at various points of my life. Most of it. But, you know. Also, they shouldn't call themselves Big W. Should be called Lil W, alright? That's the shit. Alright, you would be a shit rapper if you called yourself Big W. No one's doing that these days. It's Lil, alright? That's cool. Well, it's not cool, but, you know. Lil Wayne thinks it's cool. Alright, what's next? Sorry, I had to tell you about that. That honestly ruined my entire week. And that shows you I had a pretty good week. I mean, Rhys came on. That was awesome. I also saw some guy playing a didgeridoo on the train. That was honestly the second best thing that happened this week. He wasn't even good. He was just giving it a go. And I was like, you know what? I commend that. Great work. That's bloody Australian. It was pissing everyone off except for me. Like, and I was just like looking for clapper sticks just so I can, you know, get around him. Everyone else was trying to like, oh, shut up. Like, people were shushing him and trying to ignore him and turning away. And I was like, hey, this guy's never going to improve if everyone else on this carriage has this sour attitude to his didgeridooing. So I was like, mate, didgeridoo you. All right, keep didgeridooing it. That sucked. See, there's another example of why I don't script this. What did I want to talk about next? Okay, so this is the bit of the podcast where I talk about all like the shit I get sent during the week that they go, hey, talk about this on radio. Like they give you possible suggestions of stuff you could talk about, and half of it is just fucked up, and I don't think it would lead to savory radio chat. All right, Radio Mike would have to dump it every single time that me and Lewis. Because imagine like, you know Lewis and I by now. If you listen to his podcast, or even if you just listen to this, you'll be like, oh yeah. Okay, I'll read you the headline of the article, and picture yourself as soon as I read it. Picture us talking about this in a PG manner. There's no way you can. Alright, this is the headline. Fans flock to buy Justin Bieber Sex Doll. This is Luke and Lewis for lunch on Triple M Modern Digital. Now, Lewis, do you know that this week fans flocked to buy the Justin Bieber Sex Doll? Oh yeah? How big was its dick? Immediately dump, because that would be the second question we ask. How could you talk about that without talking about its, you know, just without talking about fucking Justin Bieber as a sex doll? Because that's what I don't know what they expect us to say, but anyway, you guys get the privilege of hearing it here on the podcast. So this is real guerrilla shit. All right, I'm going rogue. I'm in the radio station. I'm not on air, but still talking about dicks, so it's like, ooh, pretty edgy. Well done, mate. So, like, this is an actual thing, right? So, I googled it, right? And it sounds really cool. Like, oh my god, they made a Justin Bieber sex doll. Kinda. So, the actual story was, there was a new sex doll made, and that was on sale that looks like Justin Bieber. So, and also, buyers can choose what penis size the doll comes with. So, you can choose your size preference of Bieber dick. So if you're feeling like a big girthy Bieber dick, you can get the big girthy motherfucker. You can also, like, if you want a medium, like a regular, you know, run-of-the-mill, hey, this is probably what Bieber's cock actually is like, boom, you can choose that. But if you want to laugh at the doll, you can probably get a teeny weeny, a lil, so L-I-L, a lil Bieber dick. So, you know, it's probably like the size of Lil Wayne's cock, but with white, because it's Justin Bieber. So, yeah. Actually, maybe, like, Lil Wayne just, like, oh, dude. Maybe that's what he calls his dick. Maybe that's why his name's Lil Wayne. Because he's like, oh, that's what girls have been calling it? Man, that's a dope rap name. Maybe he was getting head one day, and she's like, oh, my God, Wayne. Oh, and Lil Wayne. And he's like, oh, shit. That's going to sell some albums. Yeah, maybe he did that. I don't know. I'm not Lil Wayne, all right? I got a big dick. So... I don't know, I feel like guys who say that unironically, like, oh, I got a big dick, you have a regular dick. Like, if you're insisting, because guys with a big dick know it. They don't have to say it. They don't have to walk around and go, I got a big dick, you know. They know they have a big dick, so they just, I don't know, they probably just spend the whole time trying to shove it between their legs or something. I don't know what guys with big dicks do. So I'm one of the guys who walks around going, I got a big dick, because I'm just like, yeah, it's like... It's white, so it's like small to medium, but respectable girth. Peace out. We've got big dick, though. Like, that's me, and that's everyone else. But for guys with big dicks, man, they don't have to say shit. They can just... Dude, I almost got a big dick detector. Like, you walk past guys in the street who are so confident. Like, you walk past them, and you just, like, get like a little chill down your arm, and you just like turn it out, holy shit, that guy must have had a big dick. Like, I don't know, and then you can also tell when like someone's got a small dick, because like they'll be sitting there quietly but not confidently. Like the big dick guy is sitting there quiet and confident, but the small dick guy, he's quiet, but he's sitting there quiet and insecure, because he's just scared that the conversation's going to turn into like, hey everyone, let's get out rulers and flop our dicks out and measure them all. Like, just in the off chance, then that off hypothetical that he's like, I don't know, it could happen. I just want to move on, guys. Hey, have you guys seen Star Wars? And everyone's like, shut the fuck up, I'm talking about my dick. Like, that guy's got a small dick. So, oh man, what am I talking about? Okay, the Justin Bieber Sex Doll, right? So you get to choose the size of your Bieber dick, which I think is a nice little, it's cute, you know, it's polite to the consumer. And for once, I feel like I'm not constantly being ripped off as a consumer. You often have to pay extra for custom, but it's included. I looked it up. It costs $1,000 for the Justin Bieber lookalike sex doll. But it's like, is that worth it? $1,000? Yeah, you get your dick choice thrown in, so that's good. But I want to know its energy rating. Is it an environmentally friendly sex doll? You know, I don't want to be like fucking nature while I'm trying to fuck Biebs. You know, I just want to be fucking one thing at a time. So, you know, I kind of need more information before I'm probably going to invest in this Justin Bieber sex doll. I'm thinking about it, but to be honest, it looks more like Miley Cyrus, like, than Justin Bieber. It kind of looks like a sad I'm looking at it now. It's like a sad version of Miley Cyrus with like Zac Efron vibes, which is really hard to explain because it looks a bit girly because it's like a doll and it's kind of creepy, but it also looks like Zac Efron, which I guess if Zac Efron fucked Miley Cyrus, that'd be Justin Bieber. So I guess they nailed it. But $1,000 just seems like a ripoff. Like, I'd rather pay $1,000 just to attend a meet and greet and actually try and fuck him. You know what I mean? Like, what's the point of? I guess it's the guarantee of like, oh well, I get to have sexual fantasies or whatever I'm into with a Justin Bieber sex doll. But it's like, you know, you could spend $1,000 to meet him backstage and try and get the real deal. It's almost worth the gamble. So, ladies, gents, if you're listening, interested in this offer, roll the dice, go the meet and greet over the sex doll. That's my advice. Look, don't have to take it, but I'm just saying, good advice is only good if you take it. So, take it on board and let me know, luke.kidgell.com, if anyone fucked Justin Bieber recently. Dude, that would be great content, so please do. I'll get you on the podcast just to describe how big the Bieber dick is, pretty much. Actually, we all know how big it is, because there was nude pictures that were released. You know what, I'm just going to stop talking about Justin Bieber's dick. It's too much dick chat today. Not often do I hit like my dick limit, but I think I hit it today. I mean, usually when I go to church, I hit my dick limit. But, you know, usually, you know, they're up me, not just talking about it. So, you know, today I'll just move on. What was next? Okay, I got a lot of good correspondence from you guys during the week. Really want to delve into it. The first one is a follow-up from last week. You guys might remember Cody. His brother was trying to out-basic me. He's like, hey, man, my brother's more basic than you. And it was because his brother will always get and only get at a buffet situation or whatever it is, like a restaurant buffet, who will only get vanilla ice cream in a bowl. Plain vanilla ice cream, no cone, no toppings, no sprinkles. And I admitted, I was like, that is some proper basic behavior, okay? That's, you know, fair game. And honestly, I respected him. But I was just like, mate, you can't beat the king. Okay, you're talking to someone who has an Oporto membership rewards program that I can redeem, and a Subway loyalty card, and a guy who takes home the mini shampoo bottles from hotel rooms. I don't know what you want me to say, man. Like, I'll win every day, right? So this guy messaged me back, right? And I was like, I didn't even want to hear him out. I was like, dude, stop trying. But then he sent me this email, and holy shit, we may have a new king. Now, I don't want to speak too early because I haven't finished the whole email yet. I wanted to read it out with you, but I read the first two things, and I was like, oh boy, I think we've got a contender here. And I did challenge you all. I was like, man, someone try and out-basic me during the week. And I had a few people trying. A few people Snapchatted me, oh, look at my novelty mug. Isn't that so funny and white? Haha. Dude, right now I'm drinking out of a mug that says, you gotta fight for your right to latte. Okay? What do you mean, like a novelty mug? I don't even consider that white. I thought that was funny. That's how white I am. I walked up to the kitchen cupboard today, was browsing the mugs. I was like, oh, which one do I want today? I saw, you gotta fight for your right to latte. And I sung it in my head and went, that's gonna be my mug of choice for today. So I don't think you guys get who you're competing with here. Alright, I'm the king. I'm the white guy. I have a podcast that is literally every week. Audio, biographical anecdotes of a chalky chump. I'm said chalky chump, ladies and gentlemen. This is the memoirs of a white guy. And it's kind of offensive. It's like when the guy was like, oh, you script your podcast. It's like, I'm more white than you. Just stop. Alright, I appreciate the correspondence. Love you guys. You guys are the bomb DD. You guys are the OG cheeky muffers, alright? You guys are my little muffers. But when you try and do shit like that, just know your place, alright? You know what? Some people are great. They're like, hey man, here's a really white thing I do. But then they bowed to me and were like, I know I'm not as white as you. Like, yeah, I got this thing framed from fucking Disneyland. Look how white that is. Like, yeah, it's kind of white, man. But, like, I bought shit from Movie World and got it framed, alright? I haven't even been to America. Like, I went to the Gold Coast when I was 10 and was like, I want to remember this forever. That's the whitest shit ever. Okay, so, alright, I'll read the email. Because you guys, it's going to blow your minds. It blew my mind. I didn't think anyone could even come close. But Cody's brother has come back. Cody's come back with more reports on his brother that's even worse than vanilla ice cream. I didn't know how white someone could get. Hi again, Luke. It's Cody. I just listened to your newest podcast and honestly, I'm disappointed. Nice try, but my brother still out-basics you. To prove it, I've whipped up a quick list of his most basic white traits. And I was thinking at this stage, mate, bring it on. Let's do it. Round 2, fucking ding ding. You be blue corner, I'll be red. It's going to be KO by the time you even leave your seat. Alright? I don't know, I was going to laugh this guy out of the room. And then I read the first point. His sub of choice is meatball on white bread with no salads at all. No added sauce or pepper and doesn't even toast it. Holy shit! I don't even want to do. Dude, I get chicken. You guys know my Subway order by now. I get chicken, lettuce, tomato, mayo, and I toast it with cheese. And I'm thinking, oh my god, I think that's the most basic order that's ever been, gone through the bloody till. He just gets meatballs. Meatballs with nothing else. Imagine, that's meatballs and bread. He doesn't even toast it. It's not even a sub. He just gets 4 meatballs and pays for it. I can't believe he pays for it. If I was working at Subway, I'd just give it to him. I'd be like, you don't want to pay for this, man. Are you sure you don't want anything else? And he'd be like, yeah, I just want that. And he'd be like, I couldn't charge someone for that. That's human rights abuse. I mean, there's got to be a rule against charging that, because I just feel bad for the dude. I'd be like, I can't believe you're going to eat this. There's no way I'm charging you. He probably gets free Subway for life, which explains his next point. He doesn't have a Subway loyalty card, so he doesn't need one, but he does have one for the coffee club. That's way more basic. Okay, if you have a coffee club loyalty card, it's like, you don't even know how to go to... There's better cafes out there. Because you know what? Every cafe is better than the coffee club. I had pancakes there once in the Gold Coast. That's white AF, by the way. That is the whitest shit. And they were burnt. And, like, obviously I had pancakes because I'm a child. I'm not going to try anything else in their menu. But, man, they were the worst pancakes I've ever had. I almost complained to the manager. And then I realized, I'm like, hey, it's the coffee club. What do you expect? And I didn't want to become that, 50-year-old woman with the bloody side fringe. She's like, I want to speak to the manager. So I just let it go. Because, I'm a bigger person than that. And also, to be honest, what was I expecting? Like, I just ordered plain pancakes with maple syrup. I pretty much get his Subway order, but with pancakes. Alright. The next thing, by the way, we're only 2 in. There's like 6 more examples here, okay? This is the next one that Cody's brother said. He's more of a McDonald's guy and always gets a cheeseburger without pickles. Yuck. McDonald's is the worst fast food. KFC is better. So is Hungry Jack's. And he gets a cheeseburger. That's just cheese. And, I mean, I don't like pickles either. I also removed the pickles. So we're actually even on that. By the way, anyone who eats the pickles on Macca's burgers, you're kidding yourself. If you're like, people are like, that's the best bit. But that's the best bit. No, there's no best bit. You're eating McDonald's. Don't try and pick a highlight in that burger. Stop trying to make yourself... Don't justify it to yourself like, oh, paid $9.50 for it, but I had a couple of pickles in it, and that's the best bit. And you know what I hate even more? When I take out the pickles, because I'm not an animal, right? I'm sitting there, I'm fishing out the pickles before I eat my Big Mac. And then whenever I'm with someone, they're like, oh, can I have your pickles? Like it's going to further improve their burger with double the amount of pickles. I'm like, dude, you're eating Macca's. Your lunch is fucked. Alright, stop trying. I'm like, yes, you can have my pickles, as long as you know that this isn't helping the situation. So, yeah, pickles, I'm kind of with Cody's brother on that. Don't rate them. Every time I see a Macca's pickle, I just get into a pickle, alright? It doesn't help my day. So, the next one is always wears Lynx deodorant. Yeah, that's bloody basic. He describes anything remotely weird as out of ordinary or as edgy. I did that earlier on the podcast. Like, every time I go to laugh at what Cody's brother's done, I'm just like, what a basic... Oh, I did that earlier today. Shit. This one's the best one. Sorry. Cotton On is his choice for clothes while shopping, and also he wears car keys even in summer. Oh man, I want to be this guy's friend. I want to get Cody's brother on the podcast. I just want to ask him a bunch of shit. Like, how do you live your life wearing car keys all the time and just shopping at Cotton On? Granted, I think the top I'm wearing right now is from Cotton On. But it's not my choice. You know what I mean? I'm not like, oh man, I could go to like, you know, what's a good brand? I don't know, like a sports brand, like, oh, Nike or whatever the hell. Or I could go check out what Cotton On's got on sale. I just do that because I'm like, I'm not paying $50 for a plain grey t-shirt. Alright, I'll pay $10 every 6 months. Alright, because I'm not going to pay... Dude, who pays $50 for a t-shirt? That's like how rich I want to be. Like when people are like, oh, do you want to be like... I don't want to be a millionaire. Everyone's like, oh, I want to be a millionaire. I want to have $1 million. It's like, no, I just want to be one day, be able to buy a $50 t-shirt and be like, I can afford that. That wasn't a waste of money. Because I just think $50 t-shirt, no way. I don't think I'll ever hit that point. Even if I am a millionaire, I'll be like, why would I pay $50 for a bit of cotton from Cotton On? Like, I'd probably buy a helicopter and be like, that was a good investment. And then I'd be like, $50 t-shirt, what a waste of money. And then Cody goes on to say in the email, I suppose if I had to compromise, the two of you could share the title of Basic King, but nothing less. Once again, keep popping those shackers. Have a good one. Look, here's my verdict. I kind of agree, because look, that shit about the bloody... I think we're even in every single category. Like, I also shop at Cotton On. I say edgy if anything's out of the ordinary. I do think the mild sauce is a bit spicy at Nando's. Dude, who gets mild sauce? I get lemon and herb. I'm not a maniac, alright? Who do you think I am? But yeah, he just completely beats me in the Subway steaks. Like, even I think getting 4 meatballs on plain bread is disgusting. I can't believe he doesn't toast it. Dude, that sucks. So yeah, you know what? Maybe I've lost my crown, guys. I'm Prince. I'm the basic Prince now. And all hail... I don't even know what his brother's name is. All hail Cody's brother, the basic king. His name's probably like Jake. Or some shit as basic as mine. You know what I mean? Like, his name's probably Matt. Matt's the most basic name. Matt or James. It's like, that's his name. Because you know he would change it otherwise. He would change it to probably like, I don't know, Tim or Bob. Just some shit. Just like the rest of him. But yeah, Cody, if Cody, can you hit me up with your brother's phone number? And I really want to talk to him on the podcast and maybe do a bit of a knighting ceremony, handing over the crown as the official title of the most basic man on planet Earth. I think that will be a great initiation ceremony. Hit me up, Cody. I want to get onto your brother. And even just you, if your brother doesn't want to speak to me. Your brother probably doesn't even know how to use a phone. It just like puts it up to his ears like, it's too spicy, I don't get it, I don't want it. Like, yeah, so Cody, if you wanna send me like through those details, I'd love to have a chat with your brother. Alright, next one. I can't believe I just lost my crown. Alright, this is the last one because I'm running out of time. Alright, Olive. This one's from Olive. Hi Luke, we have an important issue from chapter 63 to address. Oh, do we now? National Muffin Day. Yes, I did suggest that perhaps we should have a National Muffin Day. I look forward to what Olive has to say. I'm always open to suggestions on this podcast. I found a list on Wikipedia, and it turns out Australia only has Hamburger Day, May 28th. However, there is a National Muffin Day celebrated annually in Brazil. The Brazilians know it. On the 18th of December, which we cheeky muffers should adopt. Alternatively, it is a Blueberry Muffin Day in America on July 11th. Actually, check out the page though. America has almost six times the amount of food days as the rest of the world put together. Probably because of the American obesity. No shit. Regards, Olive. Thank you very much, Olive. Jeez, see, this is the kind of level of correspondence that people should be aiming for in this podcast. These last two emails have been top shelf contribution. Love your work. Keep doing you, Cody and Olive. Olive, I'm going to be straight with you. I don't give a fuck when the Americans celebrate it, alright? The Americans don't know what they're doing. They don't even, they don't even call it Muffin Day. They call it Blueberry Muffin Day. That's how fat they are. They have to be, like, specific about which muffin they're celebrating today. I imagine that's how living in America is. Like, you just wake up and your alarm goes off and you're like, oh shit, I wonder what food I'm going to celebrate today. Oh, is it going to be Blueberry Muffin Day or Raspberry Muffin Day? Maybe I'm going to celebrate hot dogs. Or maybe like there's so many foods that they all feel the need to celebrate because they're all such big, chubby, blubby blubbernauts, that perhaps you have to celebrate, like, you wake up and you're like, oh shit, what am I celebrating today? Oh, I've got a bloody muffin party at 9 a.m. and then I'm going to head into the bloody donut hour at lunch and then I'm going to bring it home with a pizza o'clock. Like, how many foods can you celebrate in America? There's clearly too many. Like, you check your diary and you're like, oh shit, it's Fairy Floss Fridays and Falafel Fridays. I don't know what to do. Like, dude, America, get your shit together, alright? If you have over, like, 6 food-based national holidays, what is wrong with your country, okay? So I agree with Olive in that Brazil, on the 18th of December, is cheeky muffers. I mean, that's National Muffin Day in Brazil. Brazil know what's up, okay? They know how to party. We've seen that at the Soccer World Cup, alright? I like their vuvuzelas, alright? They're annoying, but I get it. They're festive, and I totally get it. They're just a bit annoying. But Brazil know it, I mean. Their dance moves are sick. I don't know what else. Didn't they host an Olympics recently? Or maybe that was what I was thinking about with the World Cup. Anyway, they host a good sporting event, and they appreciate a muff. And that's all I can ask for on this podcast. And ladies and gentlemen, oh shit. Oh no. Oh no. Sorry, I was supposed to... I really fucked this up. I thought this would be great news. I just checked the date then. And, oh shit. Today's December 19th. Tuesday, December 19th. So yesterday was National Muff Day and, we missed it. But ladies and gentlemen, before you all cry and start slapping muffs out of anger and start messaging me hate during the week, I'd just like to point out the exciting news that in 364 days, it's National Muff Day, ladies and gentlemen! Woo! Damn, it feels good to be a cheeky muffer right now. So I'm really sorry, I didn't realise that. I was thinking like it was this week. I thought December 19th was this week. Oh no, sorry, December 18th, Cheeky Muff Day, was this week, but it's not. It's already happened this week. I thought, oh yeah, let us know, let's all celebrate muffins and we'll regroup next week and let us know how you celebrate Muff Day. But, yep, we missed it. So, that's my bad, poor planning on my behalf, because Olive, nothing wrong with Olive. She sent me this email during the week, so before December 18th, My bad that I put this podcast out on its regular day, which was the 19th. Didn't think this one through, guys. But yeah, 364 days to go. And holy shit, we're going to be celebrating. Okay? You know what would be the best? You know what would be like the most ideal... Sorry, I'm just going to pick up something. You know what would be the most ideal situation? Is you're a year behind on this podcast right now. But a year, like not completely a year. You're 363 days behind. And you're listening to this podcast right now. And it's next year. What? It'll be 2018. It's December 17th, 2018, and you're listening to this podcast right now, and you're thinking, holy shit, it's December 17th, National Muff Day. It's not 364 days for me. It's 1 day away. How do you celebrate it? Here's what you do, all right? You wake up, obviously have a muffin for brekkie. Oh, sorry, you wake up, instead of slapping your alarm clock, you slap the shit out of a muffin, or you buy a muffin alarm clock. Oh, dude, that's good merch. I should sell muffin alarm clocks. You have to slap it in the morning. I'd set my alarm every morning for I'd set it 4 times. I'd set one for 2 a.m., one for 3, one for 4, just so I can keep slapping the muffs. And National Muff Day, oh man, I'd wake up 20 times just so I can hit the shit out of that muff. So you have muffin for breakfast, then you go to work, probably have a bit of a nibble on a muff on the way there. Perhaps cruise by a 7-Eleven on Muff Day. Browse the thingo. If you see any cheeky ones, slap, slap, slap. If you don't, walk away. All right? It's National Muff Day. You're supposed to be celebrating it, not bringing shame upon non-cheeky muffs. All right? Just eat the non-cheeky ones, slap the ones that aren't, throw them in the bin. And all of a sudden, it's lunchtime. All right? You've thrown those muffs in the bin. You got rid of them. You're like, oh, shit. I'm on my lunch break. How do I celebrate National Muff Day? I got you, fam. Don't worry. You head down to the Muffseum. That's the Muffin Museum where ancient muffin artifacts are kept. Alright, you might see an ancient Egyptian muff, a bloody pharaoh muff sitting there, begging to be slapped. Don't slap it. It's an artifact. It's history. It's probably like national property. Don't touch that shit. But you look at it, you respect it, you pay your $10 for entry. Yeah, it's worth it. It's the bloody Muffseum. Alright, and then, I don't know, there'll be probably like a bloody muff frozen in from Pompeii, just frozen in the ash, just sitting there a muff fossil. You'll probably get a dinosaur muff in there. Some bloody T-Rex has got halfway through, eaten one, and that'll be in there, in the Muffseum. So that's what you do on your lunch break. Come back to work. I'm assuming someone by now has realised that you're fully celebrating National Muff Day, and they've decorated your office. You've got muff memorabilia all over the place. We're talking a muff banner, a muff thing. And by the way, none of these are vagina related, just muffins. I always need to clarify that. I think some people new to the podcast are like, is he always talking about vagina? No, I'm talking about similar to cupcakes, an edible muffin, alright? Both can be celebrated though. If you want to celebrate vaginas, I'm not going to designate a day for it. And neither is Brazil. Actually, I think Brazil celebrate vaginas the other 364 days of the year. I mean, they have a wax named after it. So, and then, what's that? Okay, so it gets to dinner, right? You come home from work, it's been bloody muff, muff, muff all day. You've been slapping left, right, and centre. By this time, your hands are probably bloody sore. So what do? You put on your muff mitts. Those are your gloves that you're slapping with, obviously. Big old target on the back, so you're getting square in the centre every time. And you're thinking, holy shit, all I want to do now is more muffin-related activities. And I'm like, great, it's National Muff Day. How convenient. So you go to your nearest muffstront. That's a restaurant that exclusively sells cheeky muffins. You don't eat them. Why? Because I just said they exclusively sell cheeky muffins. You don't even slap the muffins, ladies and gentlemen. You slap the fucking restaurant. Slap the door, burn it down, I don't care. Those muffins didn't deserve to be in there. They're cheeky. It was an illegal muffstront the whole time. And then what do? You go on bloody Yelp or whatever it is. I don't really know what they're called. Yelp or... that's the only one I know. Or TripAdvisor, whatever you're judging them on, give them 0 stars. Say, hey, I was trying to celebrate National Muff Day by myself, because let's be honest, who else is celebrating this shit? And, give them a 0-star review, and you're probably going to be a bit bummed at this stage, like, oh my god, I thought I was going to have dinner at a muff restaurant. That sounded so great when Luke started saying that. I got you, fam. You take out, you go to your fridge, right, and you take out your regular muff. Choc chip, actually not choc chips preferred, and you eat it too quickly. You're eating it. You're putting it in your mouth. It's not cheeky. It's you're just putting it in your mouth and you're consuming it. Then you keep putting more in your mouth and you fill up your whole mouth until you choke. You start sputtering. You're like, oh my God, it's National Muff Day. Am I going to die? Am I going to die? Oh no, I don't want to die on National Muff Day. Yes, you do. Because then that's the only way you can get into muff heaven, ladies and gentlemen. And you get up, your body floats above your dead body, sitting on the kitchen floor. There's just a muff spilling out of your mouth, choc chips rolling on the floor, and then you start levitating above your body, and you're like, oh my God, I'm about to go into muff heaven. Am I worthy? Am I worthy? Only if you followed all the steps to celebrate National Muff Day. You finally reach muff heaven, and there is the muff god sitting at the gates of heaven, and you're like, oh my God, hey Luke, what's up? Didn't expect you'd be here. And I'm like, hey, I got you, fam. I said that all along. And I'm sitting out there. I'm the muff god, by the way, if you didn't understand that. I'm the god of muffins. Whatever, I made up this scenario. I make the rules. You make up your own National Muff Day, then you can be the muff god, okay? If anyone has a problem with that, you do this shit, okay? Because trust me, not as easy as it looks. So I'm outside the what did I say? The muff heaven, and I'm at the gates, and I'm just like, all right. And you know how God, he like looks at, you know, all the times in your life when you're like, you fucked a girl when you were 14. Were you married? No. Okay, that doesn't bode well for you, sir. You know, I'm assuming God does that shit. And then so you get up there, and I'm like, you saw a muff that had a bit of a cheeky demeanor back in 2013. Walked away unslapped. That does not bode well for you, sir. And already you're thinking, oh shit, I should have slapped that muff back in 2013. And I'm like, hey, guys, I got you, fam. You didn't know what cheeky muffs were back in 2013. This is a 3-month-old meme. So I'm like, hey, boys, open up the gates. And they go, and they open up the gates, big, loud, it's, heavy security for muff heaven. And then you walk in, and ladies and gentlemen, there's muffs everywhere. There's some cheeky ones, but not many, because your hand's already sore from all that earth muff slapping. You get into heaven, take the day off. It's National Muff Day after all still. You're in heaven, you're in muff galore, everyone's got muff mitts on. And really, at the end of the day, you sit down in a muff throne, of course, quite cushiony, and not blueberry so it doesn't get on your pants, just a casual vanilla muff, and you sit down and you go, holy shit. Did I really just listen to Luke talk about National Muff Day for 5 minutes and was thoroughly entertained throughout? And then I'm also in heaven and I turn around and go, yes, you did. What a waste of time. And to be honest, it wasn't very funny either, but mainly it was a waste of time. And then you just start trembling and you go, oh no, there's no way. It can't be. It just can't be. No, it can't be. And then I pull my mask back and I reveal that it was past Luke the entire time. And you're like, I fucking knew it, past Luke. I knew I was wasting my time listening to this. And the whole time you look down at a muffin you just slapped. And then you look at it and you realize it wasn't a muffin. It was just a copy of the 1983 film starring Nicole Kidman, BMX Bandits. And you're like, and you take your hand off and you're walking around. You're like, oh my God, my name is fucking Jeff. My name is fucking Jeff. I've just wasted my entire time. And then you realize you weren't even in muff heaven the whole time. You were just in a big W, sitting there, looking at the bloody homewares section, hallucinating because I gave you a blueberry muffin at the start. And then, ladies and gentlemen, you wake up and it was all a dream. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is how you celebrate National Muff Day in 364 days' time. And that is the end of the podcast. So yeah, I'm sure we're all looking forward to it. Make sure you took notes during that so we can celebrate it appropriately next year. It does help if you take a lot of hallucinogenics before it. It does help create that fantasy into a reality. But look, if you took notes and if you believe in yourself hard enough, in 364 days' time, ladies and gentlemen, that is how we all should be celebrating National Muff Day. That is the end of the podcast. Thank you very much for listening, guys. I will see you next week. Keep sending me your correspondence. I love it. It fuels the podcast. You guys are the reason why this podcast continues, and you give me new avenues to keep talking shit, as you just experienced. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Send me emails at luke.kidgell@gmail.com, whether it's a question, an observation, when you bloody think we should do something muffin related, whatever. Just send me it, and yeah, have a good one, guys. See you next week.